Hey everyone, welcome back to another edition of FSI's European Tour Golf for the Golf in Dubai Championship. We are bringing to you DFS picks for the inaugural event at Fire Course at Jumeirah Golf Estates. This is the same golf resort for the World Tour Championship that you will see next week. But we have a opening uh, tournament for that final finale for the European Tours Championship. This is the Greg Norman design. A lot of undulation, a lot of bunkers. I think strokes gain off the tee is going to be huge because I feel like this is going to take a lot of accuracy off the tee. Desert like golf course, par 72, 7,400 yards. I did look to a lot of the course history for the World Tour Championship that we do see year in and year out. Uh, Disclaimer is the World Tour Championship is a no cut event, typically top 70 in the European Tour golf rankings. This will be a no cut, or this will be a cut event. So a little bit different, a bigger field, but I feel like the strength of the field is quite similar to what we'll see in a couple weeks. Um, yeah, so a lot of guys played last week, for the past couple of weeks in South Africa. Some guys we haven't seen in a while, so it's kind of a mix and match of what to expect. But doing research was quite hard. This, like I said, was the inaugural event. This is new territories as far as what we're going to expect to see on the course. But I think there is a lot of recent form and a lot we can go off of to figure out which plays are the best in each range. And that's what I'm going to do to you is break down each range, tiers of players as far as salary based on Draftkings scoring. So yeah, it should be fun. And as always, please like and subscribe to our videos. A lot of good things going here at FSI, a lot to look forward to in the upcoming year. We do have the PGA content coming out this week for the Mayakoba Classic. If you like what you hear here today, then you can check out our PGA Tour preview as well. And as always, you can find some of the best soccer content in the DFS industry from Gator Guy, and you can find some really good showdown type material from Hold the Door DFS. Shout out to him for his 1K views video. Awesome breakdown he did for the Sunday night preview, and led to a lot of good money for that event. So let's just jump into picks. Let's get going. A lot to talk about, a lot of different golfers that I feel are necessary to talk about. Starting in this 10K range, we have McIntyre at 11-1. This is like the new kid on the block that is just barging his way. He's like the Bryson of the Euro golf world that I've come to see. T6 last week, he stormed the field in the weekend results. 7th off the tee, 29th approach, 6th tee to green. Just a maniac. 14th at the World Tour Championship in 2019. So I do like McIntyre in this field, especially after the weekend he just had. I feel I'm going to go to him more so than I will the next two guys I'll talk about. So I like McIntyre. I'm going to try to fit him. Punts are really hard to come by in this tournament. DK did really well on their pricing, and they kind of didn't leave us much to suck in as far as value plays. So it's really hard to fit McIntyre and another stud. You're going to have to really punt after you get him into your lineup. So it makes it quite difficult. Bernd Wiestberger at 10-8, a 58th at the Masters, a 5th at the UK Championship earlier this year. He does have finishes of T28 in 2019 and T45 in 2017, but I don't feel like I'm going to go to Bernd Wiestberger given his salary. I know his upside is there. I just haven't seen it yet, so I'm going to fade Bernd Wiesberger. Matt Wallace is at 10-6, 46th in the Masters. He did have the second at the Scottish Championship and a 43rd at the U.S. Open. He does perform very well in good fields. He does have a T28 in 2019 and a T2nd in 2018, 11th around the green, 15th putting. This guy specializes around the green. He plays very well in good fields. I think his best bet is for GPPs. I think I'm going to have one or two Matt Wallace lineups out of 20. Martin Keimer is my favorite play in this 10K range at 10-4. He was at a 5th in Italian Open, 10th in the BMW PGA Championship. He is 22nd in the on tour in putting. He leads the tour in total and approach, 4th tee to green. He finished second and Andalusia and 3rd at the UK Championship. He finished 55th in 2018, T12 in 2017. He's got 6 top 10s and 8 made cuts. I mean, there's a lot to love about Keimer. The course history is a little odd, but this is going to be a shorter course compared to the World Tour Championship, and I feel like Martin Keimer can perform better. He's not typically a guy that gets it done around the green, but he gets it done with his irons, and the strokes gain numbers are enough for me to give me the confidence in rostering Martin Keimer, especially in a kind of renaissance tour he's having. So I really like Martin Keimer, and I really like this next guy here at 10-1, Thomas Pieters, 3rd in the Saudi International Tournament earlier this year, T6th in 2019, T12 in 2018, and T58 in 2017. So he got progressively better each time he played, on this same golf resort. I think this could lead to a win this week or potentially next week. So Thomas Pieters probably going to be a big part of the combination of lineups for this week and next week, regardless of finish this week. I think Thomas Pieters is going to be a big part of it. 8th off the tee, 3rd in approach, and 1st tee to green. I mean, the strokes gain numbers back it up as well. He always has struggled with his putting, so it's not alarming to see that he's not top 20, 30, or 40 inside the putting numbers or the around the green numbers. Thomas Pieters, really good ball striker off the tee, on the approach, and tee to green. So going to be a big fan of Thomas Pieters. Another guy I like jumping into this 9K range is Thomas Detri at 9,900. He did come off the 4th place finish at the Cyprus Showdown, 6th at the Cyprus Open, 7 top 10s and 18 cuts made. He's only missed 1 cut this year, and I just love that consistency. I don't have to know much more about how Thomas Detri gets it done other than the fact that he doesn't miss cuts. And at 9,900, starting my lineups or golfer 2 range, I wish he was cheaper because I would just lock him in. But if I'm not going to be able to know for sure what to expect from the 7K, 8 in the 6K range, I know what I can expect from Thomas Detri in the 9K range. I'm going to be taking a hold of that 9K salary, 9.9K salary, and rolling with him as a big part of my lineups. T28 in 2019, 29th in 2018. He's 36th off the tee, 19th on the approach. Has a lot of good around the green numbers. I'm going to have a lot of Thomas Detri in my lineups. Right below him is Aaron Wright. And we're talking about recent form. There's none better than Aaron Wright right now. He won the Scottish Open, 3rd in the Scottish Championship. He has not played in a couple months. That worries me a little bit. 3 top 10s or 3 top 5s in 4 tournaments. But like I said, hasn't played in 2 months. I worry that there's going to be some rust, and especially thinking this is a warm-up event for the championship in next week. So I wonder how much of that, magic is going to be there this week. I certainly feel like he has the talent and the upside to get you there. And he is cheaper than Detri. He has a T40 in 2019, a T48 in 2018. Quite simply, it appears that Detri is a better play statistically than Aaron Wright is. And hopefully, and my plan is if I play more Detri and I play more Peters, Aaron Wright doesn't do anything of note, and his 97 price tag drops for the course next week, where he has played twice, and we get him at a cheaper price tag, and I'll feel much more comfortable coming off of a 2-month layoff to play Aaron Wright. And like I said, I'm going to hammer home Thomas Peters, which I think is a much more talented golfer, as well as Thomas Detri. Andy Sullivan at 9,500. Excuse me. He was fifth at the 2019 at the World Tour Championship. He is a second on approach and 24th off the tee. He has 5 top 10s on the year. I like him more than Rai as well. I think he's a much more consistent golfer with some better numbers, and I love to see the second on approach numbers. I think that benefits him better than it does Rai, and I think he's more appropriately priced than Aaron is. Valimaki is a guy living on his putter. 6 top 10s. He won the Oman Open, second in Wales, 5th in putting overall. I'm going to fade, check him out, and see how he does this week, and see if he's somebody to roster next week. Another guy I'm hoping his price drops. Danny Willett, 9,300. This is your ultimate boom or bust pick. 5th in 2019. He won in 2018, and he was finished 25th in the Masters, so he's coming in off some recent form. But Danny Willett, as you know, has the propensity to absolutely shit the bed. So it's either the good or the bad with Willett, and I think he's always worth flyers, never a guy worth making a core play. Edri Arnaus, Aaron Otegi, and Marcus Artemage. This lower 9K range are going to be core plays of mine. I've been playing them for the past 2 weeks. Arnaus finished 6th last week, Otegi 20th, and Armage 6th. This was insane to think that these guys were mid 8K plays. We hammered it home for the Dubai or Alfred Dunhill Championship, and we benefited from it, and it led to a lot of great showdown success. And we're going to go right back to these three. I like them over Willett, Valimaki, Sullivan, Rai. I think I'm going to play Detri and jump down to this 9K low 9K range with these three golfers that I know are consistent. They have the strokes gain approach off the green numbers to back up their to vindicate them as good plays. So I like this low 9K range with Detri in the 9K range. 8K. Rasmus Højgaard is a phenom of sorts for the European Tour at 8,800. 6 top 10s in his last 9 made cuts. 2 wins, 13th on the approach, 2nd off the tee. I really like Højgaard. I think you get a really fairly good discount. I think a lot of balanced lineups are going to be made for me this week because of how terrible it gets when we get down to the 7K, 6K range. So Højgaard going to be a big part of my success, hopefully. Michael Lorenzo Vera, 8,400, 8th at the Omega Desert Classic, which is in Dubai. T3 last year, T30 in 2018, T13 in 2017, and a 43rd place finish in the PGA Championship with a strong field. I like him as well as Matthew Jordan at 8,500, 9th place at the Cyprus Showdown Open. 7 straight top 30s, 17th in strokes gained total, 18th around the green. He gets it done when it comes time to finishing on the weekend, as well as Will Besseling at 8,200, 3rd at the Andalusia Masters, 16th at the Italian Open, 17th in Cyprus, 13th last week. Really tore it up on the weekend. I was very impressed. 15th strokes gained total, 1st off the tee, 41st on the approach. I like those 3 plays in the lower 8K range. Sean Crocker, 8K as well. He had a really good Sunday, led to a T2 last week. Ninth place at the Scottish Championship, ninth place at the English Championship, 21st off the tee, 12th on the approach, 7K range. I like Jordan L. Smith, 7,900. He was T8 last year, T12 in 2018, and T25 in 2017. He's got a lot of good course history. I don't mind Rosner at 7,500, Alexander Bjork at 7,400 or 7,100, T7 in 2018, T17 in 2017. Really good, long-standing golfer on the European Tour. Zanotti at 74 or 7,500, and Marcus Kinhult at 74. And then we're going to get into the 6K range. I don't mind Marcus Schneider at 65, Alexander Knapp at 66, Jack Sr. at 67, David Horsey, probably my favorite play in the 6K range at 6,900. Brown at 68, and Nicholas Lemke at 68 as well. That's going to do it for another edition of FSI's European Tour Breakdown. As always, you can find me at fsidfs.com. Join our Discord channel, and you can get core plays coming out tomorrow morning and any other advice you would need for this upcoming week's short notice, but going to be very fun Golf in Dubai Championship. So with that being said, everybody have a good night, enjoy, and I will see you tomorrow. Join us in the Discord chat. Like and subscribe the video. Comment below. I will be available at all hours. And thank you, and have a good day.